Also just said welcome back to No Survivors. Whoa, that's a very different.
If you hear that, you survived. Congratulations.
That would be a very different podcast. Welcome back to No Bummers. It's a podcast where we talk about whatever we want, and the only rule is no bummers. See, he's Ryan is
pro.
He's a fan.
I'm a fan. Yeah,
he's been watching since
not
day
like
one.
Yeah,
not
first
like
episode we released.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Not like Hunter, who seems. We can't get him to do it right.
No,
we always have to redo it.
Oh, that was the first take, everyone.
Yeah, just for the folks at home. That was the first take.
We didn't have to stop and be like, okay, so we all say no bummers together.
We didn't have to coach him through it at all.
It's a podcast where we talk about whatever we want. Oh, I already said that part.
And
no.
And the rule is no bummers.
Yeah, that's the one. Each week we talk about something we've been hyper fixated on. And then we also have each prepared a topic that the other hosts don't know ahead of time. Today we are doing a special themed episode. And we have brought our friend Ryan Scott on as our expert.
In parentheses, super fan.
Of both our topic and
us.
The podcast.
And Taco Bell, if we're making a list.
Let's make a list of all the things we know about Ryan.
Super
Smash Brothers.
Super Smash, Taco Bell.
Survivor. No bummers.
Vans shoes on occasion.
I'm not wearing Vans today, though.
But you're wearing a Vans shirt.
Yeah,
yes.
I also love Vans shoes. So do you.
So do I. I got a lot.
Yeah. I think I have like 4 or 5 pairs. It's bad.
45, same.
Just 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Ryan Scott. I'm Cade.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm Ryan. I am honored to be here. I am so excited.
We're stoked. Ryan lives out of state and he was in town this week.
This week.
I don't know what day it is. And so we decided what better time than to film a special episode where we can talk about something that Ryan and I both love.
And I love both of them. So I'm happy to be here.
Which is Survivor. the hit TV show. Yeah. Put in what's the tribal voices.
You're looking at me for an answer and I don't have it.
That was mostly just like a thinking look of like, I need to think about this for a second.
Okay.
Tribal voices. It slaps.
It does.
So tribal voices you're going to want to put in the background the whole time.
Just search any season of Survivor intro.
Yeah.
And if you can't find one, I could probably sing one for you.
I just started singing one.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The iconic one.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about hyperfixations, not necessarily Survivor related. And I can go first.
Okay.
So mine is a game called Vampire Survivors. It's an iPhone game and it's free. And if you have time while you're sitting on the toilet or walking your dog or waiting, no, don't play it at work.
I would.
If you're Ryan's current, former, or future employer, please disregard that last sentence.
He was kidding.
For legal purposes, it was a joke.
It's like a flashing disclaimer underneath.
I actually work.
Does accounting.
Yeah.
But it's just like a little 8-bit game where you run around the world as this vampire survivor. 8-bit?
What's
like
8-bit?
Pixelated.
Okay. Don't know it.
So think of like
the original Super Mario.
Yeah.
It's like all blocked.
So it's like that art style.
Okay.
And you're just like a little vampire hunter running around and you get like different powers to fight monsters.
Got it.
And it's just a great thing to play when you have a couple minutes to throw away.
Got it. Vampire Slayer? Survivor.
Vampire Survivors.
Okay, sorry.
So if you could not disparage.
I'll write it down.
I am really into little phone games. So I do have to try that one.
I would recommend it. Especially, did you fly?
No, I drove. But I can still play while I drive.
Also for legal reasons.
I'm just kidding. I'm a good
We're going to be
person.
sitting at your trial and they're going to be like, this clip of No Bummers where you said you like to play games while you drive. Do you care to comment?
If you're a cop in Price, Utah, or is it Price? Preston.
Page, Arizona.
Page. That's
Yeah.
it.
I was like, Price.
If you're a cop in Page,
or
Arizona,
Flagstaff,
or Flagstaff,
anywhere in between.
if you see him playing, no, you didn't.
while he's driving, he's like, got. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Just a good time waster when you're like in line at the grocery store. Pull it out, play some Vampire Survivors. You know.
I'll have to give it a go.
Yeah, me too. I also want to play Granny with Morgan.
I think Morgan playing Granny would be funny. Did you ever play Granny?
I've seen.
You played with me.
We did play with you. Yeah.
And Aaron.
I was
Hill.
gonna say it was probably
Carriage Cove.
the time that we all lived at Carriage, like the end of the time that we all lived at Carriage Cove.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't really like horror, but it's fun when you're with other people.
Yeah.
I'm a horror for horror.
I was gonna say
You are.
I'm very much a horror as a comfort genre
Yeah.
type person,
Yeah. Same.
but that's neither here nor there. What about you guys? What's your hyperfixation?
Well, I have two.
Okay, that's fine.
My first one is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
That was mine last week.
Oh, really?
And by last week, I mean 2 hours ago.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming that hasn't been released yet because I haven't heard that. But yeah, so I have been playing
so
that
hot.
nonstop, and yeah, it's just like all I can think about. Like when I'm working, I'm like, oh, I want to play Zelda.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I was telling these guys, it's so easy to just be like, okay, I'll just do like one more shrine.
Yeah.
Or I'll go like kill this little pack of bokoblins. Or I'll kill...
Yeah.
Sorry, a bokoblin?
Yes, I didn't say bokoblin earlier because you and Morgan would have...
Lost our minds.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah, we're like, what's a bokoblin? Wait, a buckgoblin?
Bokoblin. So
Like, is it like a chicken and a goblin mix?
No.
Like a bucka?
it's more like a goblin and a pig mixed. But it's B-O-K.
I would have gone with
O-B-L-I-N.
boinkoblin if it was me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but...
Pagoblin?
Oh, pig goblin.
Yeah, pagoblin.
Wait, what is the actual word? Pagoblin?
Bokoblin.
Oh, bok. Okay.
B-O-K-O-B-L-I-N.
Okay, got it. Piggoblin.
Which I guess I don't know if bokoblin is how you say it
Just
because
how it's
I've just
spelled.
read it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, in the game you can build like things, and I see these videos of these and like there's these insane creations that these people are making, and I'm just like the most simple person. I'm just like, oh, here's a fan, here's a piece of wood, I'm flying on it.
Oh my.
You know, I don't know.
Well, when you used to play Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
in your land, you'd be like, yeah, come visit my island. So I'd come visit his island, and it was beautiful. You had a museum.
During COVID.
During COVID, I was an Animal Crossing fanatic.
Themed,
Yeah.
So was Josh Cooper.
I played a little bit.
So
I think I played so I could be friends with you.
Yeah, you bought it. I'm like, Jack, you get this game. It's awesome. You bought it and played it for like an hour.
Yeah, no. You're like,
Jackie's like, this is stupid.
I gave my Switch and my Lite to Morgan, or my Switch and the games to Morgan, so she's playing that stuff.
She's been playing a lot of Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Mm-hmm. Which is
I gotta
like
add it.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Animal Crossing but with Disney characters.
I will say though,
Valley.
I'm just like not a creative person whatsoever. So like, I'm like, oh, my island's so good, and then I visit other people's islands, and same thing with
You should have visited my island. It looked like a tornado went through it.
is probably more creative than mine.
I'm sure it was. Mine was horrible. All I would do is just pick pears all day. Was it pears?
That's how you earn money. You gotta.
Yeah.
You basically.
You gotta put in money. You gotta put in your time.
Yeah.
You sell your soul to a little raccoon. In that game.
Get that paycheck
Yeah.
so that you can pay off your enormous
It's a
debt.
mortgage.
Tom Nook.
Tom Nook.
Tom Nook.
So you can pay off your enormous debt to Tom Nook.
Yeah. I owe 5 million bells to this raccoon. Let me sell you some pears.
And he's like, thank you.
He's like, I'll give you $1,000. You're like, what?
it.
That was 5 pears, and you're only gonna give me $1,000.
5 pears. Yeah, that's what I would do. Is do the pears, and then I'd go by the shore and like get those little.
Shells.
Dig up the
Shells,
shells
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom rocks.
Yeah, it's good. The funny thing is, I never played Breath of the Wild.
You didn't.
I never did.
Okay.
So my brothers did play it, and my older brother did not like it. I know it got like Game of
What?
the Year and stuff. I'm more of like an old school Zelda fan where
Sure.
I like it linear. I like going to the temples. I like doing the dungeons, whatever. I heard that for Tears of the Kingdom, they brought back dungeons, they brought back temples, whatever, and so that's why I got it. And I don't think Breath of the Wild had that kind of stuff. But
it did. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are actually pretty similar in terms of like structure of how the story is played through. I don't know how far you are, so I don't want to spoil anything.
I beat all the temples, and now I just need to fight Ganon.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
So yeah, spoiler alert for anyone who has not gotten that far in Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, Breath of the Wild was the same, where there was like the Gerudo, the Zora, the Rito, and whatever Gorons.
Yep. So
and like they each had a beast that you would like explore as the dungeon.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Basically, I'm just going backwards. I'll just finish this game and then go back and play the first one.
I think this one's a lot better.
Okay. Maybe
I mean,
I watched the synopsis of what happened in the first one. I felt like that was enough.
Yeah.
The
So
synopsis,
yeah.
the recap.
The recap, whatever you call it.
no, I think this one is like a head above Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was great. I loved it, but
yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. It's always on my mind.
I get it.
Yeah.
I do.
Sorry for the repeat hyperfixation. Had I known that was yours.
No,
you don't have to
that's
be
fine.
sorry because
My hyperfixation was Taylor Swift for like months. So it's
just
fine.
a different Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, seriously.
I do have a second one if we need to use it, but
And we do. Go ahead and
my second hyperfixation, just because I drove in a car for 10 hours, is Noah Khan. He's an artist.
Stick Season
slaps.
Mhm.
I had heard a couple of his songs, on Spotify before he released Stick Season, and I'm like, oh, he's kind of good. And then he went viral on TikTok, I feel like, and that's how he got popular.
Yeah.
So I looked into his Stick Season stuff. I'm like, this is great.
Mhm.
And he's releasing something new on June 9th. Like a
is he really?
deluxe version of Stick Season, and so I've just been like listening to him a lot.
Cool.
But apparently, if you listen to him, you have depression. So that's what TikTok tells you.
Really?
Sounds about right.
So
like, guilty as charged.
Yeah.
I listened to Stick Season.
I'm pretty sure Stick Season is on my sad boy playlist.
Yeah, and it was one of my hyperfixations for weeks.
So,
We're in sad
but
company.
you not sad. No, you're not a huge country fan. I guess it's not super country. It's more of like an indie pop.
Indie
Yeah.
folk. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm seeing him in
Interesting.
concert, so I'm excited.
Are you?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Got tickets.
that's so
That's
fun.
so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a way with words, I will say. Like, just the way he describes things is really
Well, and
cool.
his cadence, like the way he fits it into the cadence of his
Mhm.
verses
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, he's super smart.
A true artist.
Artiste. Yeah.
What about you, Jacqueline? What's your hyperfixation been for the past 2 hours?
Ash. So the Ash is
Insert
Cade's
500 pictures of Ash.
yeah, a slideshow, if you will.
In the
Ash.
arms.
I want to know what Ash you're talking about. Ash Ketchum?
No, Ash.
That's
this boy.
definitely not who my dog's named after.
Oh, Ash, your dog.
Ash the dog.
Oh.
Just Ash from a
we've shown
fire.
A picture of Ash on the podcast.
Do you want to? Like, I know people are weird about putting their children online.
Ash
Just put a
is
smiley
perfectly
face over his
safe.
face,
yes,
you know?
yes. Or like a heart emoji.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
Okay.
I'll provide you with as many as you need.
But yeah,
3,000, please.
Yeah, easy.
I would also like to be included on this chain. I love that dog. Yeah, I would say Ash is I'll say that.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not fixated on it, but I do really appreciate my time with him every time I see him.
He's a good hang
Yeah, he is.
every time.
Good vibes only.
Right.
I'm never like, dude, you're bringing down the vibe. He's
Not
never-
golden retriever energy,
No.
just a good hang.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's super calm.
I had a good time with him for the 2 minutes
For the 2
Yeah.
minutes I was like, Ash, stop.
Yeah.
He's like, who is this man?
Who's this person you're letting into our house?
Yeah, love Ash.
Sweet.
I was also gonna say Dunkaroos.
Also good.
Yeah.
Are those
They-
like Whoppers?
No.
They're the chocolate sticks that you dip in vanilla frosting, right?
They're
They're cookies.
like
Oh,
vanilla
cookies.
cookies
Little
and vanilla
cookies.
frosting.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Big in the 90s, making a comeback.
Yeah. They were on sale at Walmart for like 60 cents. So I got all over that, you know?
Scooped them up.
Scooped them right up.
Sweet. Well, let's take a break, and then we're going to get into our main topic, which is Survivor. So before we start, we are recording.
We are filming.
I did get presents.
What?
We got buffs.
I got
What?
season 44 merge buffs for everyone.
What?
Should I put mine on?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to wear it as a headband, I think.
Sorry. I just
You don't have to
also-
take your 20th anniversary one off
Is
because
the
that one's very
symbol
cool.
Showing?
The symbol
Yeah.
is showing.
Okay,
Wait,
good.
not really.
No, that's showing enough
Yeah,
for
Okay.
like.
that's all that show needs.
Okay, I fixed it so well.
You know, in case people forget what they're watching.
Yeah,
This is incredible.
he's a nice boy.
Your Survivor 44 official now.
Thank
Okay,
you so
what should I?
much.
Where should I wear it? There's so many options.
I'll tell you, the girls on the show wear it as like a
Top,
Top.
tube
Tube
top.
top.
yeah.
So if you could do that,
yeah.
Over my hoodie.
yeah,
Perfect.
I think it would be fine.
People
All right.
wear it on their sleeve.
I'm gonna go
on
for the
their
head.
wrist, their
Go
head.
for diadem.
Diadem?
They have names?
Yeah, they have names. Like look on your little thingy. Go
Whoa.
for the diadem pattern. I'll take a picture of this and throw it up.
Oh
on
yeah,
the-
that's what I'm gonna do.
on the thingy.
Diadem.
Is my
Yeah, do diadem.
is my logo
Are we
showing?
recording?
We're recording.
I kind of like the blind chicken one.
Where?
This is the blind chicken.
Okay, guys. Talk about whatever you will.
Like I'll be back in an hour.
Just put like a dummy of me with this over her eyes.
We'll just stuff a black hoodie with some pillows.
Yeah.
And sit it in the chair.
Is it
What?
does it say Survivor where
No. There you go. Pull it down a little bit more. There you go.
Perfect.
I mean, you can fold that bottom part up.
here, how about this?
There
Or
you
did
go.
I ruin it?
No,
Oh,
that's perfect. Beautiful.
Let me see. It'll work. All right.
Do you want to go first, Jackie?
Sure.
As like #1 Survivor fan on this podcast.
Yeah. I would love to. Are we recording?
We're recording.
Okay, fun. Okay, so from my understanding, later on I'm gonna have to ask a billion questions because I don't.
Perfect.
I've seen one season for sure, and Elaine, if you're watching this, love you, girl. She's
Elaine is the one you watched it with?
No, she watched it with me, but it was Island of the Idols with Elaine.
With Elaine. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like I've only
I
watched
would've
one
watched it
Celine.
with Elaine. She
I
would've
thought,
had me. I
that-
don't know.
thought you were saying like I've only watched one season. Elaine, you're a G for like.
Yeah.
No, Ryan, you're a G. I watched it with Ryan, but Elaine was my favorite character.
Gotcha.
Her favorite contestant. Yeah. So
Elaine was good.
I love her.
She was a good time.
It
Yeah.
was a good time.
She
And
was a
that's
good
what
time.
I love it. So my question, I understand that there's games
Correct.
and there's challenges. Okay, so if you had to create a challenge,
Ooh.
Ooh.
what would you create?
That's kind of hard.
That is really hard.
Sorry.
I really like the ones that they haven't done for a couple of years, but where that's like an obstacle course, but then there's also like trivia involved
Okay.
or something like that. Because they used to go to like a different location every season, but now they've just done it in Fiji for the past like forever. But when
Okay.
they would go to different places, so like when they were in Cambodia, they did a challenge where Jeff would like tell a story from Cambodian folklore.
Okay.
And then they would have to like run this obstacle course and answer trivia questions about the folklore
that he just told.
that he just
Yeah,
told
they
them.
would have like 3 options.
And it would be like, how many warriors did, I don't, whoever have at this battle? And it'd be like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. And then they have to like choose. And if they
Okay.
get the wrong answer, then like they have to redo that part of the.
So like comprehension.
Yeah, but so it's like mixing the physical and the
Being smart.
mental.
Yeah.
Which those are the ones I like the most. When it's not like you just have to be the strongest or you
Yeah.
have to be the quickest.
Or
you have
just
to
stand on a thing for the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have to hang on to this pole.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I
don't like.
Not that I don't like them. They're just less exciting.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think I would do something like that again, but I think it would be fun to also bring back a lot more swimming.
Yeah.
Like
They don't do
I
much
feel like
in
there's not as
yeah.
much swimming anymore, which is what I feel like I would be good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some kind of like a physical mental mix.
Okay. So like a quiz maybe, but also you have to like complete a puzzle thing.
No, like a puzzle mixed with an obstacle course. Like you go out on this obstacle course and you collect bags of puzzle pieces.
Right.
And then you come back and you have to do the puzzle.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean by puzzle. Not like
You
just
said-
a jigsaw.
Well, you said a quiz and a puzzle.
Are we not saying the same thing?
Maybe we're not.
Obstacle course and
Obstacle course
Well,
and a
where
puzzle.
you have to gather the puzzle pieces.
Yeah, and then like
And you
assemble
have
it.
questions tied to the puzzle pieces.
Oh,
to get the
you're
puzzle
thinking like a
pieces.
much more. Yeah, you could do that too.
Tell me what you're
I
saying.
think he was just explaining a challenge that he liked in the past.
Right.
Okay.
So I would do something. I would try and design something similar to that,
Yeah.
Got it.
where you have to like run an obstacle course, but there's also a puzzle element.
Okay.
Or the other ones that I used to like in the past was they would put everyone in like a giant maze and they would blindfold them, and there would be like 4 keys in the 4 corners of the maze,
Oh,
and so you have to like
jeez.
navigate this maze blindfolded, basically.
Did he say that? Like there are 4 in
Yeah,
here?
like he explains
They would have like posts and you could feel what
which
way that-
direction your key was.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they have
Okay.
some really cool
Challenge
designs,
Cool.
and I feel like they do a good job at mixing them up so it's not too heavy
Either way.
physical, mental, or like whatever.
yeah. Australian Survivor on the other hand, it's like all physical.
Yeah,
Really?
brute, like
Yeah.
brute force.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Sorry, what's yours?
That's so hard. Like I said earlier, I'm not a creative person, so I would not be the person to come to make
So
a
if we needed to
challenge.
ask you to account for all of the sticks we used to build a challenge,
Exactly. I'm your guy.
I'm your guy.
Yeah.
like Ryan, we need you to keep track of all the sticks for this challenge, and
He's like, I
we're
already
gonna
was before you asked.
Yeah.
we're gonna design it. You just keep track of the sticks.
Yeah.
Happy to do it.
No, but like I can say some of my favorites that I wish they would do more.
Okay.
I love the obstacle course challenges too. I feel like for the final challenge of the season, recently in the most recent seasons, they've been doing that ball one where ball comes out on the left
Slow-motion?
side. Slow motion, yeah. And it comes out on the left side, then comes out on the right side, and it like goes through this machine.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
each time it goes down.
It basically goes through like a gumball machine.
Like Plinko.
No, it's like a tube.
Oh, gotcha.
But then like it will switch and it'll come out over here, and then the next time it'll come out over here. And you have to keep adding more balls. So you start with just one, and it's like switching sides, but then you have to add in a second ball and a third ball and a fourth ball.
And you're just seeing who.
Can last
Whoever
the longest.
drops a ball first is out.
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
So they do that one now a lot.
Yeah.
They used to do an obstacle course where like you'd go to different stations and grab puzzle pieces, and then at the end complete a puzzle, and whoever did the puzzle fastest was the winner. I like that kind of challenge. I would also bring back the more physical challenges. You know, in earlier seasons they used to have legit
Fights.
Yeah, it's like there was one where
Like pits of mud
yeah
that you would like be playing basketball in, basically.
That's crazy.
But they would just be like ripping each other to shreds.
it was crazy. One of my favorites is there was this big long, they had a section like a sand pit split up into sections, and in each section there was a sandbag buried, and so 2 people from each tribe would have to go and to a predetermined section, dig out the sandbag and get it back to their mat, but the other tribe could do whatever they could to stop that other, you know,
Stop.
basically they were just tackling each other
It was
for
like
a sandbag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full tackle football.
Yeah.
So you would want something like that.
I would want to bring something. I mean, I'm not a strong person, but I would love to be a part of that. You know what I mean?
It would be so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be a blast, and it's fun to watch. Too,
Yeah.
you know,
Got it.
like people legit dislocated their shoulders in challenges like that. You
what
know,
did they do? Light
Just
slide
pop
them?
it back in.
Jeez.
People do
Fun.
get evacuated pretty
They do.
often. This past season, there was like 4 evacuations.
That's crazy.
3. Right?
I think there were 2, but they stopped a challenge because there's
Oh,
for more people.
right.
Like 2 evacuations, but like 4 medical.
But for medical
Yeah.
stops or
Yeah.
whatever. That's right. Yeah. It's
Cade just
crazy.
mentioned recently that if we did a Survivor camping weekend, would you do that?
Oh, that would be a blast. Anything Survivor, I'm in.
Wouldn't it be so fun?
Yeah. it would.
If we just for like Friday night to Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Saturday and
And
Sunday.
vote
you-
people out.
and we vote people out
Oh my gosh, that would be so
and have
sad.
like a jury that gets to watch and like see how stuff
Morgan
happens.
would be like trying to get voted out.
She's like, please vote me out.
Yeah, she's like, I don't like camping.
yeah.
And now you want me to do a challenge while I'm camping? Are you
Mhm.
kidding?
That would be fun.
anything Survivor, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I was playing like someone in my friend group back home
Mhm.
is hosting a virtual Survivor thing. So it's all done via text and Facebook Messenger and everything. But there's like a group of 20 of us, or there was a group of 20 of us, and there are no challenges, but you just vote people out, kind of. I don't know. There was a
It's just a
viral
popularity
exactly.
contest.
That's what it was. But there's a
Like-
viral video going around of some Australian guy like, oh, I started a WhatsApp message with my friends. We just voted people out. So my friend saw this, started this, online Survivor thing,
That's so funny.
and I was like in it, like I was in it to
Yeah.
win it. But because people knew I watched the show,
They
I-
voted you
I
out
was number
immediately.
2 out.
That's
It was
sad.
embarrassing. I was mad, but
Yeah.
No, we should. I think that would be so silly and funny.
I'll get my best minions on it.
Okay.
I would love that.
I want to compliment you. You're very good at organizing things and like to make things fun. Like when we had the Oscars party, you had
Yeah.
like the questions and like the packet and stuff, and like you had the gifts. So I'm like, if anyone could do it, it would be Cade.
We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen.
Okay.
Are you coming back to Utah at all?
I don't-
For Survivor, would you?
I would, yeah. I don't have any plans right now, but
Mark his
with
words.
starting the new job, I can't take PTO for 6 months.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I know.
But then he has a week in between your jobs, or is that soon?
That
I mean, that's in 2 weeks.
in 2
right?
weeks, yeah. So, unless you plan it within 2 weeks,
He could
Probably
but
not within 2 weeks.
yeah.
But
I do have every other Friday off.
Oh, so
Do
you can
you?
come.
I do.
Yeah, you could fly maybe.
Yeah.
we would just need to plan it for one of those weekends.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Do you want to film it and put it on your YouTube?
With the
Or you can
dolly.
play
I can film and play.
Okay, sweet.
and I'll be Jeff.
I wanted to ask that. Would you rather be Jeff or would you rather
Or would you
play?
rather play?
Oh, I would love to be Jeff. If you honestly, Jeff Probst, please watch this. When you retire, I would love nothing more in my heart of hearts than to try and fill your shoes. That would be the funnest job.
Oh, seriously.
I think you'd be good at it.
Yeah.
You'd be great at it.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Because it's his dream. So,
Thank you for not stomping on my dreams.
like, really? You?
Really? You're okay.
I think that would be so fun.
Yeah, I would love that. That would be. I want to play Survivor so bad,
Mhm.
but I do get a feeling that when Jeff does retire, they are going to look at the pool of survivors.
Boston Rob.
But the problem is Boston Rob is like kind of getting old too.
Wait, I think I saw a season with Boston Rob.
He was
Broccoli Rob.
Broccoli
That's what it's called. Yeah, it's all Russian
Boner
back.
champ.
Yeah, it's all Russian back because I would call him, or I would be texting him about Survivor and then calling him Broccoli Rob, and he's like, anyway.
Yeah, Boston Rob would be pretty good.
Yeah, I know some people throwing out like Cochran or Parvati or, like the big names.
Parvati would be. I would prefer Parvati over Cochran. I think
I would too, yeah.
Parvati's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, she's good.
Amazing.
I don't
We'll
think
have to
I
check
don't.
that season.
I was gonna say I don't think you would like Parvati. She's
I wouldn't, but you
she's
love
what's
her?
considered a villain in Survivor lore.
You know what he told me?
We can talk about it later too.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it later.
Because it kind of relates with my question.
With your question?
Okay, got it.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Any other questions about your question?
I would like to create a game.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it would be a swimming challenge, and you would have to. Now that I know you can swim,
You didn't know I could swim?
I knew you could swim, but I didn't. I didn't know.
I can't swim.
I can't swim. But yeah, a swimming challenge where you'd have to like swim down and get something that was like in a bag or something.
They used to do these ones where they would like have buoys with ropes
Yeah.
all the way down, and then they would have stuff tied at like different depths.
Yeah, that's what. Something like that, and then you'd have to swim it back to your
team.
your shore, and then go back out and do that. But you'd have to only pick one person. Like it wouldn't be like a relay.
Ooh.
You would have to just be like, okay, one person has to do it, and they have to be the one,
the swimmer,
the runner. Yeah.
Wow.
That would make it way harder.
That would make it a lot harder. I always feel bad for people when they do those ones though, because the way that they do them most of the time is like one person dives down, grabs a bag, comes, and then like the next person dives
Like
down,
a
grabs a bag
relay
and comes.
type thing.
Yeah, but they're going from like point A to B. So they like go from point A, grab the bag to point B.
Got it.
And then like the next person goes. So yeah, kind of like a relay, but they're not.
But they're
handing
like
off a baton.
halfway through their run
Right.
when the other person starts.
Right.
Got it.
But they're like inevitably, there's always someone that is just riding the struggle bus.
Yeah.
To where they're like, the mask is like down their face, or like they lose the mask. And so their team is like screaming at them because they lost the swim goggles, and like people get voted out for stuff like that. So I always feel bad.
So
Yeah.
if you go on, be a good swimmer.
Yeah.
You're a good swimmer.
I'm decent. Yeah.
I mean, you were on swim team, so you
I
have
was.
to be
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah.
You have to at least know your
Yeah.
way around a pool.
Yeah. And if you were also swimming, you would know too to take it slow at first.
If I knew that I was going to have to do the whole challenge,
Yeah.
Pace yourself.
for sure.
That's what I would say is
Yeah.
like you have to do the whole challenge, because then it's like you're gonna have to decide who your strongest person
Yeah,
is.
it's an endurance challenge,
Yeah.
not a...
So then it's like not like, oh, half the team screwed you guys over. It's like, no, you chose this person to be the swimmer. Anyway, that's what I would pick.
Pretty good design.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that.
Should we take a break?
We should.
Do you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. So my question, I had a list because I wasn't sure. Jackie had said, "Oh, I might not be there. I might be there." So I wasn't sure if I needed to ask like specific questions.
You weren't sure how deep we could get.
like who's your favorite player, or stuff like that. So
I'll tell you right now, it's Elaine.
that's a good answer.
that is a good answer.
Yeah.
Who's yours? We can answer that one real quick.
It's so hard because there's so many good ones. Like outside the game, just as people, Kelly Wentworth and Lauren Ashley Beck. Kelly
Are
Wentworth actually
awesome.
follows me on TikTok.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she posted a video. She's like,
Repost this.
Kelly, you're awesome. No, but she posted something. She's like, "Oh, if you comment on this, I'll follow you." I'm like,
Really?
"Hey, Kelly," and she followed me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey,
She-
Kelly, what up, girl?
Yeah.
She is very pretty.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites too. Like the whole
And she's wicked smart.
yeah, the whole
She's played 3 times. She's never
Wow.
won, but she's played 3 times.
oh the time
Plays a good game every time.
her
Mhm.
second time I was heartbroken for her.
Devastated.
She got to 4th place.
Oh no.
She would have won the whole thing had she gotten to the final 3.
Oh, for sure. Because
Yeah.
she was a shark.
Yeah. Well, she was an underdog the whole time too.
Yeah.
Like from the very beginning of the jury, she was like she had this amazing idol play that's gone down in Survivor history. But like she was just fought her way back up to the top.
She like clawed her way from like having nothing and
Yeah.
no allies. Everyone wanted to vote her out.
Why?
Clawed her way back to 4th place.
Yeah.
Why'd they want to vote her out?
She just
'Cause
wasn't working with them.
They hate to see a girl boss win.
Yeah.
You
which
know?
is rude as hell.
Rude as hell.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so out like they're good players, but
They're good
they're
personalities
good
outside
personalities
of
too. Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren Ashley Beck does she does a lot of like hosting of events and stuff like that.
I follow her on TikTok as well, and
she's really cool.
I've joined some of her lives, and she's specifically, "Hey, Big Delicious." I'm like,
you're like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
what's up?
she said my name.
Big Delicious.
Big Delicious 4,
Big
actually.
Delicious 4.
Yeah. How did you
He's
remember?
he's not the first.
Oh my God. Certainly won't be that.
But I am the best.
Yeah, it's the best.
And then Kim Spradlin from One World.
Oh, okay.
She's just very dominant, and when she played Winners at War, she was very analytical. I'm like, okay, I can dig the analytics, you know.
Yeah.
And then from the international versions, King George. You gotta love King George. But anyways, sorry I took us off topic. My question though was, if you were to get on the show, how would you play?
I can go first. For I know nothing.
I'll go first with my 1 season of expertise.
Yes. So I think I would maybe try, like, because I think I could get a lot of people on my side, like, by being their friend, maybe. But then I might be, like, a little sly later. Maybe betray. Maybe. Because in my brain, I'm like, after talking to you, I was like, if you're nice, that'll get you all the way to the top. That's probably not true. Because Elaine was nice. The best by far in nice category.
Nice guys finished
this past season is like honestly one of the only times that I can recall where like someone who was genuinely pretty much nice the entire season won.
Yeah. So because I want the $1 million, I would probably be like, yeah, everyone's on my side. And I think I would be like sneaky, be like, so if you were a clique within the tribe, I'd be like, oh my gosh, Cade, like you and me, besties. And then I would also be like, Ryan, you and me, besties. But then really I'd be like, Jackie, you and me, besties. So then I would, You
would take a post-merge Tika strategy and just play the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
However, you guys are thinking I'm ride or die for both of you. Yeah. So then your little clique's not going to vote me out. Your little clique's not going to vote me out. How do you
get past votes where it's like we're 4-4 and you're in the middle? And I'm like, I know Jackie's with us.
And I said the same thing.
What do you do in that scenario?
I would think of the person who's been the meanest that week, and then I would vote them out. And
but
be
then
like, you know what you did?
The jig is up then, though.
No, because that was for a real reason. It's not because...
No, but I'm saying then you're not in the middle anymore.
Well,
because then if you vote like my guy out, I'm going to be like, well, obviously she likes Ryan better.
Well, and then I'd come to you after and be like, Cade, I got to tell you something. I was eating my rice... And then he came and knocked it over. I had to do what needed to be done because he really hurt my feelings. But like you and me are still ride or die. And then you and me are obviously still ride or die too. You know?
Interesting.
That's actually a good strategy. So
that is a pretty smart strategy.
Adam Klein, you know Adam, the winner of Millennials vs. Gen X. He was on Rob Has a Podcast. And I didn't watch the whole episode. I watched just a clip of it. But basically,
Broccoli Rob?
No, a different Rob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not Broccoli Rob.
Yeah, not Broccoli Rob.
Boston Rob, she doesn't know better. she doesn't know that you're basically the god of Survivor.
I know. I think I know that.
She saw his giant head on the season.
I was going to... Oh, yeah, you watched Island of the Idols. I was like, there literally was a season where he was basically God.
Yeah.
Like, him and Sandra.
But I do remember. I do like Sandra. I don't not like Broccoli Rob.
I'll take the 100 thou.
Yeah.
I love Sandra.
Yeah.
But anyways, Adam and Rob were talking. They said a good strategy in this new era of Survivor is just to say, I want to vote that person out because I don't like them. That's a legit strategy because
so like they're not my cup of tea. It's not because it's our team against your team. It's like I personally, since I'm the deciding factor, don't necessarily
I don't vibe.
Yeah, I'm like they're not the vibe, and like I'm sure they're really nice, but like I can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're giving weird energy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Weird energy.
Gave me the ick.
Yeah. Whatever Gen Z says.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Is like because I'm still and then I'm like weeding out like some on your team, some on your team, someone, you know. But then overall, I would maybe end up in the final four.
I don't think it's a bad strategy if you could play it right.
Yep.
Like if you could really convince people that you're on their side, even if you voted out one of their teammates.
Well, listen,
That would be tough,
Well,
but I don't think it's impossible for sure.
I think I would maybe try to like if I was like, okay, I gotta be on Ryan's side this time. So then I would have to like maybe be like, oh my gosh, Jenny snores. You know?
I'd be like, "Ah."
I know. And then maybe I could get you to be on my side so that if that is what happened, just be like, you and I both.
I told you.
We like sleeping.
Yeah, you and I both like sleeping. Do we not?
True. Big fan.
And Jenny makes it hard, you know?
She
That's
do
probably
be
what
doing that.
Yeah. So, and then same thing. Like, I mean, maybe I wouldn't do that every time. Like, I would have to come up with multiple different things to do. But, like, that's probably what I would do. And then somehow, yeah.
Interesting.
But be a sneaky snitch.
Play in the middle is a great strategy. If you can pull
It
off.
really is, especially the last couple of seasons. Like that has been how people have made it to the end.
Well, and didn't Elaine make it to the end?
She got close. She got far.
She got really
I was gonna
far.
say, I want to say she was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And she was an absolute gem to everyone. She didn't say a mean thing about anyone.
Yes, she didn't.
She was awesome. Which I'm like, that is like who I would aspire to be.
Right.
But I'm like, sometimes you gotta be a little scrappy, you know? So
I get it.
That's how I would play. Villainous, maybe?
No.
Doing what's best?
The villains are usually fairly
Worse.
villainous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fair, like very. Not well. That's maybe mean to say. Not very, but like they play much more dirty than
Yeah.
that.
Okay, got it.
I feel like nowadays though, the villain isn't really a villain, you know? So
No, well, because you look at like old school villains like Parvati
Yeah.
or
Russell.
Ugh, he's probably my least favorite Survivor player of all time.
You like Russell?
I have so much respect for the way he played the game because it was smart and it worked and like he won.
He didn't have the social aspect down. He was great,
But
but he
he-
got to the end two seasons.
But
in a row.
he did though. He knew exactly what he was doing. From his very first time like on the beach, he was like, I'm just gonna tell people what to do and be a CEO and like
I think
boss
if
people
he were to
around.
play now, he would get more respect. But he played in the time where there were still bitter juries,
Oh yeah.
and so I feel like that kind of hurt him because he didn't have very good jury management.
Right. But that's what I'm saying is he just brutalized his way to the end and like there's not many villains in that sense anymore.
Yeah,
Yes, Jacqueline.
So a jury is the people who've been voted off previously, and then their vote counts. Yes?
they vote for the winner.
They vote for the winner.
It's like once the tribes
Oh.
merge,
Got it.
then when people are voted out, they join the jury. So they go to every tribal council. They see what happens still.
They're not allowed to speak at tribal council. They just observe.
But they see all footage.
Nope.
No, they just
So
see-
they only see tribal council.
That's it?
But they can all
crazy.
talk. So they all go to like a resort called Ponderosa and they just get to live in like luxury
Yeah.
while the game
Okay,
finishes out.
I would want to be on the jury.
vote me out.
Yeah.
Jackie's like, I made it to the merge. F you,
Yeah.
F you.
Yeah, wait, so you have to wait till the merge.
Yep.
And
Right.
then that's when they start making the jury.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. So it's not like someone doesn't know how they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right, because at the point that you get to the merge, you've already been playing the game for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
got it. So you're like, they've always been conniving.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And there's plenty of people who their strategy changes at merge. Like they'll be playing one game and then their strategy completely changes post merge. Because when you merge, like at the beginning of the game, there's 2 or 3 tribes. And then the merge is where all 3 of the tribes become one. So like everyone is playing on the same tribe.
Second question. Before the merge, do you ever talk to the other team?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
So you're all at the challenge, like doing the challenge together. And so like
Mhm.
sometimes you can like talk a little bit there. But also every once in a while they'll do like your reward for winning this challenge is you get to like kidnap one person from this other tribe and bring them to your tribe. So you can like learn all the secrets about their tribe or whatever, or, you know.
Would they tell the secrets?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes people are like, I hate my tribe. I'm going to tell you everything. I hate her and I hate him and she did this.
No way.
Yeah.
And they just like sell everyone down the river. And then other times they're like, I'm going to keep it tight-lipped and like not say anything. So it just kind of depends.
Yeah, that's crazy that like the players don't see all the footage. Like as the viewer, you see kind of everything that's going on, and so you can make an even brighter decision than the players make in some cases.
Right.
You know?
Do you follow Inside Survivor?
Mm-mm.
It's this guy named Martin Holmes. Basically, somehow he like finds out who the cast members are before they're even announced. And,
Oh, really?
Like,
There's a
he
guy
fi-
from Provo on next season.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a principal.
hmm
Nice.
Went to BYU. Yeah. But anyways, so this guy Martin Holmes, he said that there's a rumor that the jury's going to start going to challenges now.
Really?
Mhm. So we'll see if it's
See,
true.
and that would make a huge difference, I think.
I think so too. Like,
Because then if they could see like how things are playing out in the challenges,
yeah,
I think
if
that
they're
would make
being a team
difference.
player or if they're like bringing their team down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like the jurors, like they're just seeing the drama, them arguing, right?
Well,
as
but
of right now.
but then like it. So if Ryan and I are on the jury and then you are the next person voted out and you come to Ponderosa, we're gonna be like, tell us everything.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, okay, Trent sucks. I hate him so much.
Yes. Okay.
He's the one that voted me out. He's the one that like rallied all these people against me.
Yeah,
He's controlling the game. Like,
got it.
So that's why you have to be so careful though, because on last season there was this one girl that was like, if you vote me out, I'm not gonna vote for you. I'm gonna tell the whole jury
not
that-
to vote for you.
Yeah. Carla and Cassidy. You remember
Yeah.
them? And I think
Did that work?
Carla claimed she didn't say anything, but I feel like
They could have
She
another
did.
TV show of just the Ponderosa. What's
They
going on
they
there?
used to do it on YouTube,
wow.
yeah, I don't know
They
why they got rid of
stopped.
it. I liked it.
which is a
Yeah,
bummer.
I'm like that would be interesting to be like to see what everyone's saying like right when they get in there.
Yeah, I wish they would start doing Ponderosa again.
Nice.
CBS.
Hmm? Maybe
Okay.
Ryan and I could come interview people,
Or we could just be contestants.
or we could just play.
Yeah.
I'll interview people. I'm like I don't know what I'll ask, but I will. I would love to go to the resort.
How was your rice?
The scale of 1 to 10.
How was pooping in the ocean?
Yeah,
How
can't
was
wait.
your aqua dump?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's how I would play probably.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
good
I think that's a
strategy.
really good strategy.
That is a really good strategy.
And I think mine would probably be somewhat similar. I think one of the first things I would do is pick a ride or die. But I would need it to be someone that I look at as a meat shield.
Yeah. Someone who's a bigger threat than you.
Yep. So someone who is stronger
Outside.
than me or smarter than me or has a better social game than me. Like, but the hard thing is you have to pick that person day one.
Yeah. And it's so hard to read people on day one.
Yeah. Which I think that was like Heidi's strategy in season 44
Yeah.
was she looked at Danny and was like, there's my meat shield.
Yeah.
He's like a big buff firefighter. And he was a good meat shield for her for a long time.
Right.
Wasn't there another firefighter?
There's a lot of
Cody? Tony?
Oh,
Tony was a police
Tony was a
officer.
police officer.
Oh, okay.
But there's also Cody. I freaking loved Cody. On
I think I'm
on
being
43.
last season. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Cody. But yeah, Tony. He was a police officer. I like Tony.
Tony's a good.
He's the infamous creator of the Spy Shack, which was basically where he would just like cover himself in leaves and like or like hide up in a tree or like and just spy on people as they were talking in the forest.
Okay, honestly, brilliant.
No, it was
It
way
was,
smart.
yeah.
It's part of the reason that he was like so good at the game.
And he's been on several times?
twice.
He's been on 3 times and he won twice.
Oh,
His-
right. That's
got
what it
it.
is.
His second
he won
time.
twice.
His second time, he was like first or second voted out. So
Yeah.
I don't-
Yeah.
I don't count that as one
Well,
of him playing.
And honestly though, that would be the hard thing about being a returning player is like
Your
there's
threat level just
there's
goes
so many people that
out
I've
the
seen
roof.
that's like,
Yeah.
if you let Kelly Wentworth play again, she would win, which I agree, but I think everyone's going to clock her immediately as
And vote her
the
out.
biggest threat in the game.
Yeah.
I would.
I wish they would have brought her back on a season with all returnees and not as like a
Oh, for
coach or
sure.
captain, you know?
I forgot that
They-
they did that.
they
That's
did her
another
kind of an
half season that I
injustice.
watched.
Yeah,
Yeah, she would have done so much better. I mean, she did good, but
right.
but because she was a returning player with a bunch of newbies,
They immediately clocked her as like,
Yeah.
well, obviously
Threat
she's
level.
Yeah,
gonna
they're
go.
like anyway,
Yeah.
and then move right along with the game. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So yeah, I think mine would be a pretty similar in the sense that I would try to play the middle as much as possible, because I think that's the biggest time where people shoot themselves in the foot is they like click up on that first day, and it's basically like whoever has the bigger click is going to come out on top.
yeah.
Where it's like if you can just kind of float, you're going to make it to merge almost every time.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then you have your ride or die meat shield that people are going to vote out before they vote you out. So you have like a canary in the coal mine to know if people are like coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving up my whole strategy.
I know. After I asked that question, I'm like, okay, if people see this and we end up getting on, then they're gonna know how we're gonna play. So
Yeah, you're gonna have to change it up.
Actually, I'm just going to be a big, beefy muscle boy.
yeah.
I'm going to go to the gym for 100 hours every day before I get on. And I'm just going to beef my way through.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's the way to do it. I think I would play similar. You know, just try to ride in the middle. I think that's the best shot. If you come out too strong, you're voted out. If
Yeah.
you come out too weak, you're voted out. You know?
I think the part too that a lot of people forget is the social aspect, which especially in the very beginning is hyper important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
that
it's
makes
important the
sense.
whole game,
Yeah.
but those first couple of days, if you're not like
Vibing.
the popular person,
You ain't vibing.
but really,
You out.
like how many times have we seen it where the person that they vote out is just the person that they don't like on
Yeah.
their tribe?
No, yeah. Happens all the time.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, has anyone ever created a group of just the weaklings? And they're like, okay, I'm going to gather all of the ones that are weak
Sometimes,
and I'm going to be besties with them. So then I like, if the merge happens, then you're like, I got a bunch of losers. And you start your friends with the other people and you're like, guys, I brought all these lambs
I
for
brought-
slaughter. What if?
I don't. That's not a horrible strategy.
That is not a horrible strategy.
Yeah, you're just like, we're the best of pals. And then I'm like,
See ya.
Trent, they're weak as hell. And then you and me are running the game.
Just immediately turn on them.
Yeah,
the
imagine.
risk there is they realize what you're doing and they outnumber everyone else. And
Right.
they
If there's
turn on
there's
you.
5 of them and 3 strong people.
No, serious. No, listen. So I would be the ringleader of the weaklings. So they all want me to, they all want me to choose them.
They all want you.
Yeah, they do. so then
They're all
like,
saying pick me, and you're laughing inside because you're picking them for slaughter.
yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm picking you for sure. Winking the camera. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Has someone done that?
It could be a good strategy. There's lots of different types of alliances that have been formed over the years. Who could forget the hundreds of times that there has been tried to be a women's alliance, and I feel like they fail every time, which is sad.
Except in Kim's season.
Except
It
in
was
Kim's
successful.
season, it was
Really?
Yeah.
Votes for women.
because
Or
it
not votes,
honestly
'cause you don't want to get voted out.
could I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of times where I'm like, the women could just run this game.
Yeah. And that's a big fear of mine. If I was to ever get on, it's like, yeah, women empowerment. Yeah. But not when I'm a player on the game.
No, but what if
Votes for women, except on my season.
No, listen.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what. You start being nice to the women in the game.
Oh,
and then,
I would never be a jerk.
No,
to
no, no.
anybody.
I'm not saying that. But then you
I know it's
get
gonna
to be
be
like-
hard for you.
Yeah.
no.
Actually, I have something I need to say, but finish your thought.
Just portray yourself as I'm one of the basic hoes,
Yeah.
you know? And then they're like, Ryan's on
a
our
G.
team because you're gonna want to gather. I would
Yeah.
assume if
You
I
want to
was,
be in with everyone.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. So if you were like, yeah, I'm in with the the ladies, you know?
Yep.
But like as a friend, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
Keep
Anyway.
my options open.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so like in real life, I'm not a mean person, but I feel like the last few seasons of Survivor has really lacked villains. You know?
Oh, I think I could be a villain.
So that's what I was.
100%
I
for
was-
$1 million. Are you
Oh,
kidding
100.
me?
Yeah, it's
I'll
a
make
game.
someone cry.
Yeah, it's a game. I don't
I'd
care.
do a lot more for a lot less.
For reals though, that's where your intrusive thought from last week of like, I could say something that will devastate you. I might act on that intrusive thought.
Mhm. If you haven't seen the episode,
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, I watched it last night.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just know I got lots
Drive
of
the
mean
car
things
off the freeway. Yeah.
We were just on a walk with Ash, and I was like,
dangling his skis over the river. He's like, ah.
Yeah. No, but I was gonna say I would be down to be a villain. You know, even though I'm a nice person in real life, I feel like I could adapt to the game and like be a mean person because they haven't had the.
Because let's talk about it. Memorable players from the past, typically villains.
This is what I said on Monday.
They're
I said nobody likes TV where everyone's nice to each
Yeah,
other.
if there's
They
no
like
drama, we don't want to
cutthroat.
watch.
well, and there have been multiple seasons called Heroes versus Villains, where they'll bring back like the heroes and
That
they'll
is
bring
so
back
cool.
the villains.
I would watch that season.
Those seasons are phenomenal.
Okay.
I think it's Heroes versus Villains 2. That's like the best season of Survivor.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. What's it on?
CBS.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, Paramount
Oh,
Plus.
got it.
Which I pay for Paramount Plus just so I can watch Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And SpongeBob's on there too.
Oh hell yeah! Also, the iCarly reboot I think
haven't
is on
watched any
there.
of that.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, that'd be dumb.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah,
I was
who
just
would even
making sure
care?
we were all on the same page.
Just making sure that's Paramount.
I'm just making sure what not to put in the search bar.
Yeah. Right, guys? Right, fellas?
I've had a scenario in my mind though about villainous plays. Like I've had this scenario in my mind where all of my lines is voted out. We're playing a reward challenge and I win. And you know how sometimes you can pick people to go on the reward with you. Well, in my mind, because I know I'm the next on the chopping block, I want to be the first player to ask Jeff.
Can I
have to?
Can I not take anyone?
Yeah. Can I just go by myself?
I've thought about that too.
Yeah.
It would be such a power move.
It would be a power move, but if you know you're the next one out, I don't want to feed them. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm gonna have to go against them in
A challenge. Yeah.
where I'm gonna possibly be the one voted out,
Yeah.
for sure.
I understand it's a social game too, and that could really ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
But
100%.
if it puts me ahead, and if I'm gonna
Right.
go, I'm gonna do all I can to stay. So I feel like
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're already in like a compromising position, for sure, like a Hail Mary.
I'm
you
never
know?
caught in a compromising position.
Anyway. But I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the kind of villainous stuff I think I could do.
Yeah.
But anyways, should we take a break?
Yeah.
This is our very serious Survivor podcast
Right.
called No Survivors.
Not even one.
No survivors. No one wins the $1 million. Everyone
Because
gets
we don't
kicked
have
off.
it to give. We're fresh out.
Everyone gets kicked off. No one gets $1 million. I wanted to talk about themes.
Tell me some of the
Survivor
themes.
has had some fun themes in the past.
Okay.
So some of the recent ones that I think have been fun, Survivor Gen X versus Millennials was pretty fun, where like one tribe was Gen Xers, one tribe was Millennials. In the past, we've had healers versus heroes versus hustlers, which was a pretty good season, which you would be a healer. Congrats.
What would you be? An accountant?
I'd be a hustler.
I was going to
Hustler.
say
I live in that corporate world, you know?
Yeah, with the money.
probably a hustler.
You too, right?
Well, I think I would probably have landed on the hero tribe.
How come?
It was like very loose. Other than the healers, which was like, these are people who go out of their way to like make a difference in the world.
I audit financial statements. I'm a hero.
He's a hero because
companies are reporting the correct numbers.
no one else wants to. No one else wants to do it, so he's a
Yeah.
hero.
Yeah, exactly.
You took one for the team.
But then there was also white collar versus blue collar versus no collar, which was pretty fun.
Mhm.
So it was people
no
who
job.
or their job was like not traditional.
What?
So
Some
it's
guy like
like-
a coconut salesman or something.
Yeah, or like a yoga instructor, or
Okay, got
like
it.
so stuff like that. But then there's like blue collar of like I'm a mechanic, I'm a police officer, I am a like, and then there was the white collar people that were like
CEO,
An accountant.
VPs, or yeah, but they were higher levels. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm still low on the totem pole.
So
I'd be a
like a light blue collar,
I'd be
like a sky blue collar.
exactly.
I'd be happy to be there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't care. Put me on any tribe.
Yeah,
So there's
okay.
that one, and then we've already talked about heroes versus villains, where they brought back old players that were heroes or villains in their seasons. Blood versus water, which was a really cool season, which was where they would bring on like a pair of family members
Wow.
or like a pair of not family members,
Dating,
dating or friends or whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
So those are like some. There was Ghost Island, which was really cool. Ghost Island's like a little more complicated because they brought back a bunch of powers from past seasons that were like used poorly or incorrectly, and they were powered back on by Ghost Island.
Got it.
essentially.
So
Cool
it was a
theme.
leftover.
Yeah, it was kind of like someone else made this mistake in the past and didn't use this power correctly. Can you reverse the curse? Was like
Oh, got it.
the mantra. Like, can you play it correctly?
Got it.
Kind of a thing.
Fans versus favorites.
Fans versus favorites is always a fun one where they'll bring back old players and then they'll bring on super fans. So it'll be like one tribe of fans, one tribe of old favorite players.
Like,
So
I'm
stuff like
really
that.
excited to meet you.
Well, and that's like honestly what it is on the beach is they're like, oh my gosh, it's
That's cool.
I will say though, I feel like at least for the first season of Fans versus Favorites, and even somewhat for the second season of Fans versus Favorites, sometimes I'm like, wait, how was that contestant a favorite?
right.
You know, I'm like, I rewatched
I'm like,
your
I
season,
know
you were not
who
a
you
favorite.
are.
Yeah. Like for example, Parvati, on her first
Yeah.
season, I would not consider her a favorite, but she came back and became a favorite on that season.
Right.
So I feel like she got lucky because she was brought back as a favorite, even though I wouldn't necessarily consider her a favorite. But anyways, still a good season.
Yeah.
Got it.
Still a good theme.
They also used to do, like I said before, like different countries. So there's like Survivor, China was
That's
like one of my
favorite.
favorites.
That's my favorite season.
Todd Herzog's sister worked for me at the bank.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
And I know he was like the manager at the AMC right
Yeah.
over at the Riverwoods for a long time.
Yeah. She's awesome. Shout out Tori. You're great. Yeah, her and I talk Survivor all the time.
Yeah.
Because she's like one of the people I work with that like Survivor a lot. But yeah, so they would do there was like brains versus brawn versus beauty,
Oh, you told me about that.
which that I really like that season. That was the season that we had like Cass and Spencer and
Tony.
Tony was on that season.
What was he,
yeah.
Braun?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
Braun.
Yeah, so there's been like some cool season themes like that. So I just want to talk about like what are some of your favorites for you, and then like maybe brainstorm some good ideas for a fun season theme.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
My favorite season.
my,
My favorite theme.
my favorite of the season that I have seen.
Yeah, of all the season I've seen, I would go with Idol of the Island.
Island of the Idols.
Island of the Idols. Thought it was really cool.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah. It was a good theme.
Yeah.
Because they went to the
Could have been executed a little bit better.
Well, and I feel like that's such a hard thing because they don't often repeat themes.
Oh.
And if they do, it's because like it was really popular. They'll repeat it.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like there's been a time where they've taken something like Island of the Idols that was like a decent idea, just maybe not executed perfectly,
What would
and
you
like
have changed?
redone it.
It's hard because Boston Rob and Sandra are idols.
Are perfect.
Yeah.
Like they're who I would pick. Like in all honesty, I don't know who else. Like
I don't know. It's been to give everyone the opportunity to go meet them, maybe, because I know the winner of that season didn't even go to the island of the idols once.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
like the theme itself was good, but the fact that the winner didn't even get help from the idols,
So they
you know?
weren't mentoring everyone. It was just the people who won
Yeah.
or found things, right?
That just kind of showed me like you don't need these super players' help to win the game because the winner didn't
have
exactly
that. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. How it could have been executed better.
Right. Well, and I think it could have been cool if it was like you won reward. So in addition to getting like the kebab skewers for your reward, you also get
A piece of advice. Or,
like, Boston Rob is going to come to your camp for 1 hour.
yeah.
He's gonna help you grill.
He's gonna help make
The
some,
kebab.
and
like-
make some broccoli for you.
He'll make some broccoli.
He's like, I'm known for my broccoli.
Broccoli Rob.
But yeah, like I think that's how they maybe could have executed it better.
But I did
And
like the theme though.
the theme was cool, and honestly the way that they did it was pretty neat, of like where Rob and Sandra were in that thing watching tribal councils as they happen and stuff, like that
Their
kind of
spy
stuff is
bunker.
cool. Yeah, so I think there was a lot of cool ideas in Island of the Idols.
Yeah.
That there were things that I'd maybe add and take away.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when you said skewers, you meant for barbecuing, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
cool.
oftentimes like
I was like, is
the-
that something? And then I just said something
they'll play a
stupid.
challenge that's just for a reward.
Okay.
And like oftentimes the reward is food of some kind.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
so-
they're living off of like rice and coconuts.
right.
And so the reward challenge, they'll win a set of like barbecue skewers.
Got it.
So you were right.
Okay. I was just like, I want to redact that if that is like
If I
something-
said something stupid, take it away.
yeah, exactly. 100%.
You didn't say something stupid.
Okay.
I would have said, "Ha, you're stupid." If-
Oh yeah. Okay. That's what I'll be looking for.
yeah. No, I think Island of the Idols had a lot of cool thoughts, like
Yeah.
cool ideas.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Good choice, Jackie.
Thank you. It's the only
I'm really glad you've seen that one.
Yeah, I should watch more. Like I liked it when I was watching it.
Island of the Idols wasn't the one with fire tokens, right?
I feel
No.
Was that War?
That was Edge of Extinction.
Oh, Edge of
Wait,
Extinction.
did I watch that?
I don't.
Had Tony, had Broccoli Rob,
No.
had.
No, that was Winners at War.
Winners at War, which
Yes.
was also a pretty good season.
Yeah.
That was
Wait,
where they. That was
I
where
feel
they
like
just.
I did watch Edge of Extinction.
Edge of Extinction was the season after Winners at War, right?
No, it was right
Or
before.
right before.
Yeah.
It was 39.
That was the one with Kelly Wentworth and Aubrey
Right.
and Joe and
I love Joe so much.
what's the David?
Yeah,
I don't know.
you know all your friends
Yeah.
Yeah. my
from all the
pals.
other season you've watched.
Yeah, all the other season. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's, no bad questions or answers when we're talking Survivor.
I love all questions Survivor.
What about you?
So, Winners at War was just like so awesome,
So nostalgic.
so nostalgic. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish that they would have had other winners on there. You know, like I would have chosen.
Oh,
I
like
would
picked different winners.
Yeah, like I would have loved to have had Richard Hatch on there. I understand why, you know, why he wasn't on there, but I would have loved to have him. Would have loved. I know Tina had already played 3 times, but I would have loved to see Tina on that season.
Yeah.
Todd is another one of my favorites. I would have loved.
I would have loved to see Todd on that
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, yeah, I would have loved to see. But so Winners at War. But I think my all-time favorite theme that they've had is Second Chances,
Second Chances rocked.
where the fans voted in the contestants.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a bug flying around.
There's a bug somewhere. Do you see it when you?
It's like
What?
we're
Is
on
it
the
real?
island.
No.
Perfect.
We're good. He's friendly.
Authentic.
He's one of those man-eater
we
things.
prepped the podcast room to be like Survivor, so we let a few bugs in here.
I broke down all the walls, so the sun is beating down on us right now.
You got some flint?
We've all only eaten a little tiny bit of rice today.
Oh my goodness.
That's the part that I think I would struggle with the most.
Not
I love to eat,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
but sorry, I digress.
Yeah, so Second Chances. I like that season.
Yeah.
I wish.
So it was where people who like the fans voted on who would be coming back
Yeah.
from
Oh.
past players.
I know on that season, that's a season we were talking about with Kelly Wentworth. She campaigned hard to get back on because her first season she was voted out kind of early.
Yeah.
So she campaigned hard to get back on.
And like proved her worth.
she did. And
Like-
she became a fan favorite.
Right.
You know who I would vote for?
Elaine.
Her name is Elaine.
I will say there were some contestants on there from the earlier seasons that I would have loved to have been, like T-Bird from Survivor
Mhm.
Africa, but she was not voted by the fans, which
Yeah.
is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the hard thing about Survivor is we're at the point now where season 1 to season 45 is what we're on, like next season.
Yeah.
That's a huge back catalog
Yeah.
that is so dense and filled with so many characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think about Chicken all the time from
From
Survivor China.
He was the first one out, I think.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is like he made an impact.
He did. Damn.
He was just like this old
That's what he did when he
this
I
this
was like-
old country man named Chicken. Like,
His name was Chicken.
yeah.
Amazing. He's my second favorite.
Yeah, Second Chances was really good.
Yeah.
I think Second Chances is probably one of my favorites. But I also Heroes versus Villains is so good.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time they announced that theme, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. And people
Yeah.
came into play. That was the season where the lady dislocated her shoulder in the very first challenge.
Because they all just came in and they're returning players, and it's like they know that the theme is Heroes versus Villains, and they know which team they're on,
Mm-hmm.
and they play like it.
That's
It's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah. It was
That
really
that would
good.
be cool.
Yeah, because that was Heroes vs. Villains 1 is the one where they brought back Coach and Colby,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that's a good season.
Yeah. It's a really good
so
season.
good.
It's basically just like a bunch of favorites
Mm-hmm.
from past seasons up to that point, and they
Yeah.
just kind of made it Heroes versus Villains. Like there was one Danielle. I don't know if you remember Danielle from the Villains tribe.
Yeah,
In her first season,
she wasn't a super villain.
She was not villainous at all, and so
Yeah.
when she was on it, I'm just like, why? But they played up to like, oh, I'm a villain. I got to play
Right.
devious, you know. So
Yeah.
they did live up to their name.
Well, and even Coach, like I don't feel like Coach was a super villain.
yeah,
He was much more when he was on the Villains tribe.
yeah,
But like I wouldn't necessarily consider his first play a villain play,
Yeah.
you know. But it would be fun to play a villain.
it would. And they're lacking villains lately. Like
They
we were
really
talking
are.
about earlier.
People are not being spicy
yeah,
enough.
they aren't. I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like some spicy boys coming
Some
your way.
villains. But yeah, as far as like one I wish they would do, I think it would be kind of cool to do something like the Netflix show Alone, where it's like you start out and you don't have a tribe.
You have to find your tribe.
No,
Or maybe like a schoolyard pick every challenge or something.
yeah, and like, and I, it would be hard to figure out like how you go to tribal and like all of that kind of stuff, and like how you decide who gets voted out. And I think you'd have to bring tribes back in eventually, just for the sake of the game. But like, even if it was like at random points, you would do like a 3-day stint where it was like everyone's on your own. You're not even on the same beach.
That would be hard.
Like you're all isolated by yourself for 2 or 3 days.
So you have to survive on your own, and then finally get
And
together.
then you come back and you're together for like 2 or 3 challenges, and then you split back up.
Wow.
Or
Yeah, that'd be
something
cool.
like that, where it's like, because then you're relying much more on like,
And they could call it Lone Survivor, because you'd be alone.
yeah, or something like that, because then you're not able to coast. Like I feel like there's always the really hardworking people who are like getting firewood and water and cooking.
Yeah, you
and,
gotta weed out the weak.
Well, and the problem is like those are people who are usually pretty good socially, so
Yeah.
they tend to stick around too. But then you can like weed them out, because if they can't survive, then they will be weak for challenges or whatever.
So then it will be like the best of the best, like physically probably.
Well,
that would last.
or like mentally, or people who came prepared,
Yeah.
or who are just willing to like work to survive.
I bet you get some people that quit because they couldn't survive on their own.
Yeah, because they would need someone else there to take care of them,
Yeah.
or at least help them out or whatever.
That would be me. I'd be going home.
Well, but because think about Edge of Extinction, that one lady that was there
The whole time.
the
Reem.
whole time. Reem, that's what her name was. I was like, I know her name was something weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, not weird. It is a
Cool.
nice name.
Unique.
Cool.
It's unique. Unique is a better word.
Beautifully different.
But yeah, she got sent to Edge of Extinction, first vote,
Yeah.
and she stuck it out
The whole time.
Whole time.
Yeah.
Wait a
Props to
second.
her.
So Edge of Extinction, you get cast out to a different.
It was basically
Island.
like you get sent to an island that is barren, essentially.
Yeah, when you're voted out.
But you're still in the game though.
Technically.
you had a chance to play back in, basically.
Yeah.
How?
Like when they got to the end, there was like a play-in
Yeah.
challenge.
Okay. Yeah, that seems familiar for some reason. Unless I just talked to you.
So,
about
yeah.
it, I
They
don't
did
know.
do that on the Winners at War season.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
Winners at
probably
War,
why.
they did the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
But but yeah, this woman got voted out first. So she was on Edge of Extinction alone for like 3 or 4 days. Stuck it out until the end. And didn't make it back in. Didn't
Yeah.
win. But like,
She goes
Amazing
down in
skills.
history.
Yeah.
but
She does
it's
go
like
down
a
in history.
baller, because there was plenty of other people that just bailed.
Yeah.
They were like, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to stick it out
Yeah.
here in the barren wasteland.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Like Sandra on her season on Winners at War. She's like, I'm raising this flag. I'm not gonna.
yeah, she's like, I'm not
gonna
going to kill myself to
Yeah.
like.
To not get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because I think Sandra was looking at it realistically of like, I'm not a challenge person.
Yeah.
Like, Sandra's game is completely strategic
Right.
and social.
Yeah.
Like, she was never a challenge person.
One other person I would want on my team, like along with Elaine and Chicken.
Mhm.
I remember an old woman named Janet.
Oh yeah.
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 I also would like her. I'd like
You're-
Katniss.
I was gonna say, you're like
Katniss.
Katniss in the Quarter Quell, where you're like,
She's
I
like,
want Mags.
Mags, Beatty, and Wyrus. Thank you. I would love that. Yeah, that she just
And-
came
and
back
I'm
to me,
talking
and I was
to-
like, I like Janet.
I'm talking about getting a me shield. Like, I'm gonna find the biggest, strongest person.
And I'm like, I want all of them. They'd at least be nice to me. I don't know about Chicken.
Chicken was,
He was
nice.
nice.
I mean, he didn't stick around for very long, so I don't really know that.
Yeah.
But from all guesses that I have, he was nice.
Yeah. I will say I'm a big Reddit scroller, so I do see, similar to what your thought was on just like lone survival or different tribes for tribal council. A lot of people have said, "Oh, I want a season where each challenge there's a new team, and so each challenge you go to tribal with a different tribe." So that way,
That would be kind of interesting. Like, you change tribes every.
so you
challenge?
have the chance. Yeah, every challenge. So you have the chance to be with people you were with before, but it's not guaranteed.
Interesting.
So I think that would be good. It would make your social game have to go up.
for sure,
You would have to be.
you would
good
have to
socially.
be schmoozing and
Yeah.
whining and dining, and because that's the other thing that I feel like sucks when you do get to like a tribe swap or a merge, is it's essentially like whoever has managed to keep the numbers at that point is in power,
Yeah.
which a lot of times doesn't end up working. Like in this last season, Tika was definitely the disadvantage,
Right.
and they all three made it to the final four.
Right.
But like, I don't know, it's hard.
How many people play a game at once? Like, how many
A
people?
challenge,
Or no, like
or
how many people on a tribe to start?
it depends.
Lately, it's been 3 tribes of 6. They've done 2 tribes of 10. They've done 2 tribes of 9.
They should do like 10 tribes
of
like
Israel.
of 4 or something. Yes, but also
10 tribes of 4.
Like
40
little teeny
contestants.
tribes.
yeah, 40 contestants, and then what you're saying, mix and match. Like, and you have,
Whoa, that would get psycho.
I know, but like you'd be like, okay, you're gonna do the challenge with these people, but then you're gonna go sleep at this camp, and then you're eating with these people, and then you like, so you're gonna be getting to know all 40 people. So then you couldn't really like it would be hard to make alliances, I feel like, because
Yeah.
you could be bounced around to a different tribe right away.
Yeah.
So then you're like, I'm voting for this person strictly because I don't like them, you know, because you're
Yeah.
like,
Because I spent 2 hours with them.
yeah. So I wonder if people are like, I also think they're annoying. Like if it would be like pretty much only social.
That'd be chaotic.
Yeah. But that's probably, if I had to pick like what we would do, that's probably what I would do is like, not even tribes. Like you're on your own, but like you're constantly rotating.
Mhm.
So it's like only social, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah. So then if you're dumb and like people don't like you, not dumb, but if people don't like you, you're out.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like you, probably another person doesn't like you also.
Mhm.
Anyway.
That's where I feel like the individual game theory like runs into a bit of trouble is like the voting and like getting to a tribal and stuff. It's like I don't think it would be hard to say like, okay, you're going to this part of the beach, you're going to this part of the beach, you're going to this, like you're not on a tribe right now would be easy enough. But figuring out how to like swap between like back and forth. But I think there's something there.
I think so too.
Jeff?
Yeah.
I'd love to help you figure it out.
Yeah. I also would.
Same.
And we can bring Elaine.
If Elaine is also there,
Elaine or Chicken
or Janet.
or Janet.
Those are my faves.
Any elderly person that has played.
That has a kind heart and a sweet smile, send them my way.
Anyways, cool. Fun games.
Yeah.
We love Survivor.
Yeah, we
We
do.
love it.
I want to watch more.
Specifically, Ryan and I love it.
Yeah, and like
Jackie
I said,
will love it.
I love
Jackie
you guys,
will love
and
it. I think there's a couple of seasons on Netflix.
yeah, I think I watched. I think I was trying to watch like, the first season or something because I was like, I'm gonna watch all of it, and then it was not good. The first season.
I will say
The first seasons are different.
they're
Very different.
Yeah, I started watching later on. Season 19 was the very first season I ever saw, and then I went back and rewatched the seasons I'd missed. And comparing the newer seasons to the first few seasons, it's hard because it's just slow. There's not. There's
that's
not as
how
much
I
strategy.
felt. Slow.
The game is completely different.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is the hard thing about bringing old players back.
but it's still
Is
fun to
it's
see.
like the game that Todd Herzog played and the game that was played this last season are like.
Yeah,
I mean, those ones are more similar than the very, very early seasons. But
yeah.
anyways, thanks for watching and or listening, everyone. We really appreciate it. We hope you love Survivor as much as we do. And if this is your first time watching us because of Ryan and or because of Survivor, welcome. We're so happy to have you.
We are.
We put out new episodes every week, so
Hit that subscribe
hang
button.
out.
Yeah, hit it.
Ding that notification bell.
Comment down below what you would skewer if you had skewers that you won.
I don't know what the question was I was expecting, but that wasn't it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you also love Survivor, let us know. Or if you don't like Survivor, let us know.
You're in glad company either way. I don't not like I don't not like Survivor.
I don't know
But
if glad company is the right word, but you're in company.
You are in company. Anyway.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.